Ground control hails Flight 7500 again, and again, no response. Inside the cabin, chaos. Passengers scream as violent turbulence lifts bodies from seats. Skulls hit the ceiling, bags explode from bins. As the jet lurches, a blanket-covered corpse sits buckled in first class. 4 hours earlier, flight attendant Susie joins Laura to prep the Los Angeles to Tokyo run. Susie flashes engagement photos. Laura notes the forced smiles. Boarding begins. Liz scolds her new husband, Rick, about everyone's bad habits and vows not to sit near problem people. In coach, a businessman named Lance slides a mysterious box beneath the seat. Laura jumps when someone grabs her shoulder. It's just Captain Pete, her secret lover, teasing. She reminds him ground control flagged a missed check. They dream aloud about 3 days in Tokyo together, until Pete's phone rings. He claims it's the company. The caller ID says wife. Up front, Brad and Pia were their best smiles for friends, though they've already broken up and can't refund the trip. Liz congratulates herself on an empty middle seat until Jinta takes it. Liz orders her to move. Jinta declines. Nearby, Raquel ends a hushed call. She might be pregnant. Jake, a smirking traveler, tries to flirt until Susie tells him to kill his tablet. He ignores her. Raquel snatches it off. During the safety demo, Lance loudly takes a call about gouging eyeballs, drawing stares. He hangs up. Laura spots his underseat box and makes him put it overhead. The jet rolls and lifts. Jake whispers to Raquel that his phone is still on rebellion and flashes a stash of stolen phones. It's survival, he shrugs. In the galley, Susie asks if Pete will ever leave his wife. Laura hopes Tokyo will settle it. Turbulence snaps the midshift. Carts rattle, cups slide, belts click. Jason, an eager passenger, unbuckles to feel it. The shaking passes. Pete apologizes over PA. Unstable air, we're through it. Then Lance starts gasping. Blood rims his lips and spatters the seat. Susie calls for a doctor. Rick volunteers. Brad steps up, identify himself as a paramedic. They haul Lance to the galley, work CPR, paddle him. Nothing. Lance dies. Pete informs ATC. Continuing to Tokyo, medics will meet them. Laura moves first class to coach to stage the body up front, promising amenities and vouchers. Liz hisses at Rick for doing mouth-to-mouth on a bloody man during their honeymoon. He kisses her just to stop the rant. Jinta can't stop glancing back. When 2 men carry the corpse forward, she touches the shrouded arm and marvels at its coldness. Jake eyes the expensive watch on Lance's wrist. Laura later finds a tooth at Lance's original seat. Scalding coffee steam blooms a handprint on the armrest. Brad notices his fingertips turning blue. Bottled waters dimple inward. Belts! Laura shouts, buckling into the nearest row. Susie drops into any open seat. The sky punches a plane. Heads slam the ceiling. Bodies float, then crash with tumbling luggage. Gray smoke breathes through vents. A service cart topples down the spiral stair, smashes a window panel. Oxygen masks drop. Pete gets his on. His co-pilot Tom stares dazed until Pete shakes him. In the lab, Raquel pounds a stuck door as smoke slides on the seam, then slumps as a shadow curls behind her. Pia's mask fails. Brad gives her his, then sprints forward using stray mask seat by seat to resuscitate a mother and child. He turns back. Pia's out. He collapses too, right beside an emergency O2 bottle. He straps it on, revives her, shares the tank until the air steadies. The smoke thins. Pete descends to a lower altitude, says a seal likely failed. Pressure's normalized. Laura finds Raquel unconscious in lab, revives her with the O2 tank, holds her while she sobs. In coach, Brad mentions trying again for a baby. Pia refuses. 2 miscarriages already. Liz scrolls wedding photos and in her screen's reflection glimpses Lance's face reaching toward her. She spins. Nobody there. Jake creeps upstairs to steal the watch. Under the blanket, Lance's arm drops. slick with beating moisture on skin and walls. The watch tears free with a little skin. Jake lifts his phone to film and misses a head shifting beneath the shroud. He rips the blanket back, sees what's there, and screams. Pete can't raise Tokyo, only static. Tom is nodded off. In coach, Brad's in-flight movie glitches. A crashed Doko morphs to Lance's face, bone white and normal, then distorted. Pia's touch snaps the screen to normal. In the galley, Laura freezes at a green glow. A fighter jet paces him outside. Susie points out Jake's been gone. They climb to first class and find the corpse missing. Laura bolts. Susie hears an overhead bin creak, slams it shut, and follows. Pete orders a full search. Laura asks about the jet. He says there's nothing there. Raquel finally takes a pregnancy test. Smoke swells, lights flicker. The latch won't budge. Hands rise from the floor and drag her down as she screams. Susie and Laura sweep the aisles. Brad overhears and gathers Pia, Rick, and Liz. A passenger and a body are missing. He also saw Lance on a screen. Liz confesses she did too. They decide to help search and fish out Lance's bag. In the galley, Susie admits Lance's death made her realize she doesn't want to marry. She's still hung up on a boyfriend who died. Pete stops by. Laura quietly in their affair. He won't leave his kids. He wishes it were different. The ad hoc team cracks Lance's bag. Small bottles labeled with girls' names and hair samples, plus a known carcinogen. Liz jumps to serial killer via cancer. The others doubt. Lance's laptop is password locked. Jinta appears with a mystery box Lance had stowed, drops it with them, and heads back to her seat, under a blanket. She tries to nap. Something keeps tugging the edge. They jimmy the box open, a clockwork doll whose head tracks them when wound. Papers read custom Shinigami figure. Jason pipes up, a Shinigami is a death god. It collects souls when people let go. The hair is doll stock. Lance was a courier, so his soul's stuck. Jinta murmurs. Laura climbs into the cargo hold. Containers skid loose, nearly crushing her. A dog barks from a crate. She topples into a luggage drift, finds Lance's case, opens it, and a hand reaches out to pile around her. In the cockpit, Pete stares at his ring and quietly apologizes to his wife. A voice crackles faintly through static. As he leans into the radio, someone enters and grips his shoulder. At the hatch, Susie slips off her ring. She peers down, boiling smoke and a grasping hand make her scream. She flees to first class. The smoke follows. As Brad's group reseals the doll into its box and returns it, the smoke recedes. Susie steps out. A bin door pops. She shoves it closed. Another bin snaps open. An unseen hand yanks her by the hair into the compartment. The plane bucks again. Everyone, except Jason, rushes downstairs. They reach the cockpit. Both pilots are dead, masks on. The instruments bleed warnings, fuel near empty. In coach, Jinta sees herself sitting in the corner, hears her own voice musing about death's normalcy. She nods, stands, and embraces her other self. Brad stumbles at the lab door. Raquel's feet protrude. He breaks down. Accepting he can't help, he takes Pia's hand. Back in the cabin, they find their own bodies slumped in their seats. Rick and Liz arrive and see theirs too. The truth lands. The entire aircraft, crew and passengers, died earlier. Only the souls who refuse to let go remain. Elsewhere, Laura and Susie release when they end their romances. Raquel when she finally reads the test. Cabin screens flicker alive with news. Flight 7500 suffers seal failure. Decompression destroyed the O2 masks. All aboard perished. The jet kept flying on autopilot. A fighter, yes, the one Laura glimpsed, checked for life and found none. The aircraft will drop into the ocean when fuel is gone. Hearing it, Brad and Pia remember the exact moment they died. They say goodbye and let go as the engines cough their last. Silence. Liz opens her eyes. She's alone, the only soul still holding on. A faint scratching comes from the waste bin. She lifts the lid. A pale hand reaches up toward her.